This is the demo of dual tracking power supply, 30 volt, 2 ampere. This power supply has been designed by Academy of Embedded Technology. This dual tracking power supply is having two independent and interconnected sections of 30 volt 2 amperes. These two knobs are coarse and fine of voltage control. This you can see when you turn these knobs on minimum side, the voltage on the digital panel meter becomes 0. Now one can set any voltage using these coarse and fine controls. Suppose we set this 12 volts, because 12 volt generally all battery operations we use 12 volt. Now this is set 12 volt using coarse and fine control. The another control is of setting the current limit. Its maximum current limit is 2 amperes. Now if we want to connect a load on this power supply, we'll use the external rheostat. Rheostat is a variable resistance. Now we connect a load to this power supply. Now we see that if we vary the load, means we are changing the resistance, and current is increasing, and we see that the overload light LED is blinking, it's turned on. Now we can increase the current limit by this current set pot. So one can set up to 2 ampere of current with this current limiting. In some electronics applications, we know that the circuit under test will take, suppose the circuit will take say 200 milliamperes at 12 volts. So we can set the current limit of 200 or 210 milliampere using this current pot. And if circuit is faulty and it will try to take more current, the circuit will be protected and the voltage on 12 side will go down. I'll just give you the example of that. Suppose I set the current limit of 300 milliamperes. This is 300 milliamperes. Now you see that the load is taking only 230 milliampere. If now the load is reducing and current increases, so we cannot take more than 300 milliampere of the current from the power supply, and voltage is getting down. So this is the protection provided in the power supply. Now this power supply has independent two sections. One is on left side, another is on right side. Independent terminals are there. So this is we are using in independent mode. In independent mode, both the power supply can be used with their coarse and fine control and current limit potentiometer. Now when we want the application of dual power supply. Dual means if we need mostly in operational amplifier experiments, we need a dual power supply. Dual power supply means say plus minus 5 volts, plus minus 12 volts, plus minus 18 volts. So suppose we need a plus minus 12 volt power supply, then we will put this switch to the tracking mode, and you will find it that the board the voltage is 12 volt and this is 11.9. This is almost 12 volt. So this is 12 volt. And independent current limiting potentiometers are there. So this is a tracking mode of a dual power supply. In this, we can change the voltage of this left power supply, and it will set the voltage of both the outputs. One is negative side, another is positive side. Here we see this is a terminal, positive, and these are connected. So positive, the ground, and it will be negative. So we can use this power supply in independent and tracking mode, and this power supply has a overload protection built in. On the input side there is a fuse protection, and momentarily in overload protection is momentarily. Momentarily means you cannot short the power supply and leave it, because in general circuit operations the overload condition comes when current demand is more than the expected demand. So it is a momentarily protection is there. And this power supply is having line and load regulation feature. Line regulation means the input voltage it varies. So its specification is that if there is a 10% variation, means its operating voltage is 220 volts. The input voltage if varies within 10%, output set of the power supply will be regulated. Similarly, the load regulation is there. Load regulation is there. Load regulation means suppose you set the voltage to 24 volts. Now 24 volt is there, and load, we are connecting load. So we are connecting load, so output voltage should not change. So here we are connecting the load and voltage is same, and will be up to 2 amperes. So this is called load regulation. So this is I think it will help the students to run the power supply and perform their experiments.